as soon as this thing sells on eBay, I'll be ripping it out of Heidi's bay. Check out Heidi's new wide arches. If we were all the same, then the world would be a very boring place. We've got classic Fords here at Inky's Autos. Got a green interior. Inky's in there just buttoning everything up. What an awesome thing. Cosworth lump. Yeah, proper setup. Heidi, my hearing aid beige Model Mk2 Escort, currently still has her Kent crossflow lump fitted, but as soon as this thing sells on eBay, I'll be ripping it out of Heidi's bay. And if you have a crossflow or a Pinto engine fitted to your classic Ford, or any other car for that matter, or if you're a fan of those really cool old school Ford engines, then you need to check out petrolheadstyle.com. At Petrolhead Style, we've just released 2 new collections of clothing and other cool products with artwork inspired by the Kent crossflow engine and the Pinto engine. Once again, our artists have done an awesome job creating the new artwork, and the bits are already selling fast since I announced the new collections on my social media the other day. We have t-shirts, sweatshirts and hoodies available in a wide range of colours and in all the sizes. We have 7 different styles of mugs, and we have stickers and fridge magnets. So head over to petrolheadstyle.com now to check out the new collections. Style for petrolheads, by petrolheads, Petrolhead Style. Now, today I've got a load of running around to do, which is going to involve seeing some classic Fords, so I thought I'd take you guys along with me. I've just stopped off here at my other garage to pick up a couple of bits that I need at one of the stops we're going to be making today. So, while I'm here, I thought I'd show you something that I've added to Heidi since the last video, and it's actually something that I mentioned in that video. So, yeah, check out Heidi's new wide arches. Alright, so as you can see, I've gone even wider with the arches, and I personally believe that these ones definitely tie in with the look that I'm trying to go for on this car. They are a bit wider than the other ones, although they don't look like they're going to be any more difficult to fill. So I think it's just the design of them that makes them look wider. This is still the same banded steel wheel that I had on the other side actually when I had the other arches fitted, and yeah, this wheel with the 30mm spacers just like it was before, yeah, kind of looks like it'll almost fill this arch. We obviously won't know until the rear end is lowered, of course, and yeah, I'm definitely not going to be planning to run these wheels with 30mm spacers long term, but yeah, I'm absolutely loving how cool these new arches look. Now this one is screwed on, as you can see. The front one is just taped on, and this one is slightly narrower than the rear ones, you know, just like the other arches were. The fronts weren't as wide, but yeah, this one's just masking taped on. I'm not actually going to know what position this arch is going to be until I've lined up the front wings, and possibly until I've fitted Maud's front suspension to this car, because with the twin cam anti-roll bar it brings the front wheel forward slightly, which might mean I want to bring the arch forward slightly, but we'll get to all that in good time. Now you can see that this arch is going to need some cut off the bottom, definitely at the back, maybe at the front. Not sure whether I'm going to sort of try and heat this up and force it to sort of connect to the car there, or whether I'll just cut that off there and then maybe or maybe not add a separate piece to come down from here to the car. I'll be able to use the bits that I cut off the arches to do that if I want to. Unfortunately, this arch, you know, it's given me the same dilemma as the other ones, whereas I was trying to make it follow this shape of the door and I just haven't been able to. With this arch I didn't use heat to get it to fit as well as it does, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to force it to follow that shape exactly. It's not that far out and it's not going to bother me, it really isn't. But yeah, it just would have been nice if that did follow that exactly, but it doesn't. In fact, this bit of the arch here looks like maybe this screw hole could be, you know, a few mil down, so maybe I'll end up welding that hole up and re-drilling it. However, the lip underneath here that I created, the reverse lip, seems like it's fouling here, In fact, I can feel it there. So maybe I'll be able to bosh that return lip down a little bit in this area and then get that to fit a bit better. But you know, realistically, these universal arches are never going to fit exactly. But I'm really happy with how these ones look. I just think they look really cool with the wing compared to the other arches. And as I say, in terms of the look that I was going for with this car, I think these arches suit it really well. But I know loads of you guys are going to disagree, and that's absolutely fine. We've all got different opinions, and we should all be building our cars to how we want, not how everyone else wants. You know, if we were all the same, then the world would be a very boring place. Anyway, I need to get Heidi back into her garage and hit the road and yeah, make my way to my second stop of the day. All right, we have made it to Inky's Autos in West Drayton, which is just down the road from Uxbridge. Actually, haven't been for a visit here for quite a while, so it's really cool to catch up with the guys. I will leave Inky's Autos links in the description. If you need a decent mechanic for your classic car or modern car or van, definitely get in touch with the guys at Inky's Autos. As usual, we've got classic Fords here at Inky's Autos, and there's actually a car in the shop that's getting an LSD fitted. Let's have a look round. Now, next to Inky's neglected P100 is Dean's beige Ford Mk2 that we've seen on the channel before. However, he has made some changes. This engine bay has been treated to a respray. Loving the fact that he's colour-coded the rocker cover as well. This crossflow lump has actually been fully rebuilt by Dean. Those carburetors look brand new as well, and Dean's hidden all the wiring for a much cleaner look. And he was actually just talking me through a solution he's found for, you know, when you haven't got enough room for a proper servo setup in your Escort. Now, admittedly, when you have got a crossflow on side drafts, you can usually push the servo and stuff down to make it clear, but what Dean's gone and done is fitted a master cylinder, what would normally be fitted to a bias pedal box, but he was able to bolt that to the bulkhead, and yeah, just made a little bracket for the reservoir. So yeah, it means that he's got his master cylinder mounted without having to have the whole servo set up and sort of adjust how that's been fitted, and without fitting a bias pedal box. So yeah, really like that cool solution. Over here, we've got a really cool metallic green Ford Mk1 Escort that I've definitely never seen before. Loving the super wide steelies on it. I'm guessing they're Lotus steels or maybe replicas. But yeah, if we look inside, you can see it's all still original in here. It's got a green interior. How cool is that? Really smart. Ah, and check out the Allen Man Mk1 on the dash as well. But yeah, this one has come in for some new rear shock absorbers, if I remember rightly, and I think Inky was saying that it needs the brakes checked as well. We will have a little look in the engine bay, and there it is, the original crossflow lump. Not sure if this is a 1300 or an 1100, yeah, not quite sure, but yeah, really cool to see a metallic green Mordor Mk1. Yeah, I'll give you a closer look at this Capri that's here as well. Not sure what model it is, maybe a laser, seeing as it's got the laser rims. Not sure. Really cool beige interior. Ah, there's the bonnet prop that we were looking for a minute ago. Yeah, this thing's coming for a new exhaust, if I remember rightly, which is actually in the boot. And yeah, the owner just wants Inky to have a look at the carburetor to get it running a bit better. As you can see, it's got a Pinto lump, which seems to be running on a single choke carb. I think these are supposed to have a twin choke, not really sure. Do let us know in the comments if you know. So on the ramp, we've got Jamie's Ratlook Sierra Estate, which has just got a little bit more crazy because it's now got an LSD fitted in the rear axle. It's actually got an XR4i set up. So this is the 7-inch LSD that would be fitted as standard to an XR4i, and he's also got the rear disc conversion. Inky's in there just buttoning everything up. But yeah, this thing is turning into an absolute weapon. Loving the stainless steel exhaust on it. But one thing I really love about this thing is these rims that Jamie done himself, sort of splatter effect. And in the engine bay, we've got a Z-Tech lump on bike carbs. What did I get wrong?
It's an XR4x4, not an XR4i.
This is the 7-inch LSD that would be fitted as standard to an XR4i. What do I know? All right, so I'm at the last stop of the day. I've actually been here for hours trying to help my good friend Johnny Bamber and his friend Dean do some wiring on Dean's Cossie powered Mk1 Escort. Check this thing out. All right, so it's very late in the day. My beautiful girlfriend Kat has been waiting hours for me while I've been trying to help the guys out with this Mk1, but I wanted to give you guys a quick walk around it before I go. But yeah, what an awesome thing. Now, what I can make of it is that Dean's owned this for absolutely ages. Back in the day, he fitted a Cosworth lump and stuff in it. I think it's got the Cosworth T5 gearbox as well. And when he did this conversion years ago, he basically just put the whole Sierra loom into the car, which I'm guessing was more of a common thing you'd do back in the day when you'd literally rip apart a donor Sierra to Cossie your Mk1 Escort. But he's now got a proper standalone ECU and stuff for the car, which, you know, he's been going ahead and fitting with the plug and play loom. So he decided to basically convert this back to a normal Escort loom. He bought a reproduction Escort loom basically. So he's been trying to rip out the Sierra loom and fit the Escort loom. And basically I came down here today armed with my Haynes manual to see if I could help him identify what a couple of the wires are on this reproduction Escort loom. And you know what, we made some progress. And then we started plugging in the plug and play loom for the ECU. But yeah, this thing will hopefully be back out in action again very soon. And hopefully then I'll get a joyride in this thing and I'll be able to show you that on the channel. Gotta say, I absolutely love this color. It almost looks black when it's outside in low light. But yeah, it is actually a really cool sort of dark green metallic color. Loving the fact that the rocker cover is color coded. And yeah, you know, it's a Cossie Mk1. What else is there to say? Big intercooler hanging out the front, of course. Loving the black quarter bumpers. You can see it's running coilovers. You know, all the usual goodies. Love these mini light rims that it's sitting on. Currently, the inside is all stripped out. I mean, huge gearbox tunnel. It's got the Sierra stalks and stuff. Yeah, fully caged. I mean, yeah, this was and will again be an absolute weapon. You can see all the boxes and stuff here because this thing is a proper 6-linked setup. Yeah, as I say, proper weapon. I will show you underneath. Yeah, proper setup. Watts linkage on the back, which the bars are also color coded. It's got the axle brace, Atlas axle, of course. It's even got a diff guard there, which is really cool. And yeah, I mean, look, the underneath of this is absolutely mint. Look at the huge stainless exhaust on it and stuff. Yeah, proper car. Absolute weapon. And yeah, going by some of the stories that Dean's been telling me while I've been down here today, he does like to use this properly. Just give you a little look in the boot. It's got the shaped fuel tank. Really nice sort of carpeted out boot as well. Battery relocated. Over there we've got the fuel pumps and stuff. And a remote servo. Check that out. So yeah, proper build this. Really cool. Yeah, as I say, it is really late in the day and I've got to get out of here and so have the guys. But yeah, just wanted to give you a little look at this beast while I was down here. Also though, check out the Astra GTE Recaros. Connolly leather Recaros. Yeah, really rare seats. All right, so that was a bit of a day in the life. I hope you guys enjoyed joining me. I certainly had a great time meeting up with friends and checking out some really cool classic Fords along the way. I was hoping to have a clip of Jamie testing out his new LSD in this video, but unfortunately he found that he had a bit of a sticky rear caliper. So once he'd finished, fitting the LSD at Inky's, he just cruised home, which is the sensible thing to do. But I'm sure we'll see Jamie out in Mexico at some point, and yeah, I'll get a clip then. So yeah, huge shout to Inky, Jamie and Dean. It was really cool to see you guys down at Inky's Autos. Also, shout out to my good friend Johnny Bamba and Dean. It was great to see you guys, and wave my camera at Dean's really cool Cossie powered Mk1. Johnny's been so helpful to me in the past, as you'll know if you've been watching these videos, not only with the cars, but yeah, he very kindly done a job in our rear garden as well when we got ripped off. But yeah, that's another story. But yeah, it was really cool to catch back up with Johnny and, put my very little knowledge to help with Dean's Mk1. Although most of the credit has got to go to the Haynes manual that just made things a bit simpler. And yeah, hopefully we'll see Dean out in Mexico very soon in that Mk1. I can't wait to hopefully get a joyride from the passenger seat in that thing. Anyway, that's all I've got for this video. Massive thanks to everyone who's tuned in. As always, if you thought this video was any good, please do give it a thumbs up and a share. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Click subscribe if you're new to keep up to date with all future uploads. Check the links in the description to follow me on social media. I'll leave my email address down there for anyone who wants to contact me, and I'll leave a link to my own website and the Petrolhead Style website. Definitely go and check both of those out. Don't forget, we've just launched 2 new collections at Petrolhead Style, so yeah, definitely go and check those bits out. Got to send a huge thanks to my patrons for your ongoing support, but other than that, until next time, thanks for watching.